Hi, this is Janet Carlson, and I'm sitting here with a very unique and talented, inspirational woman in Greensboro. So could you please introduce yourself and tell us what you do?
Hi, I'm Tsegga Medhin. I'm the founder and executive director of the Pearl Leadership Institute here in North Carolina. And what we do is we empower women to gain their confidence so that they become the next middle class, ending poverty and creating their confidence.
Tsegga, please share with us what inspired you to do this fabulous work with women and girls.
So my story is a story of an American dream. I came to this country with just about 50 pounds and a ticket that gave me an opportunity to be the person that I am today. I went to school, I got myself educated in STEM, programmer, and then I worked for an amazing company for over close to 20 years. Now, in the course of all that learning that has happened, I was also assigned to go to Africa for a while. So when I went back to Africa, I went back as an educated woman. That kind of education, that kind of giving back gave me a reason to say I can do this also here in my own backyard, which is obviously the United States. So that was the main reason why I decided to make a difference by being a difference myself.
Great. And so, Tsegga, you spent a day here with us at CCL, and so we'd like to know just learn a few things about your perspective throughout the day. And so one of the things we wanted to ask you is, in your opinion and experience, what are the three most pressing leadership challenges facing women and young girls?
Well, challenges are there for women, but obviously there are not some challenges that nobody could surmount them. And so the one that I find that the most important or the most critical challenges that we have at this point are one of the awareness of themselves and the value they bring to the table. The second one would be networking, and the third one would be equal access to opportunities, whether it is in education or any other elements to make themselves equipped to have a better life.
Thank you. And in what ways are these challenges universal, experienced by women across the board, versus being unique to certain cultures or regions?
The access to opportunities is a universal element in women and girls. And opportunities I mean by education especially, because I think where I come from, obviously access to education is very limited, and that really becomes a barrier to advancement, to gaining status where it would allow the person not only to better herself, but also her community, her family, her community, and her nation. So that in itself is a very universal and critical point that we need to address it. Because if we do not have enough education and access to to healthcare, to job opportunities, equal pay, those are the most important and critical things that we need to address from a community and from the nation's perspective.
Thank you. So what are the contributions women have made to leadership?
There are lots of women that we're proud of. I find that when we look at the history of women in leadership, it's really a great story to be told. However, that's not enough. We need to continue on pushing and really be visible, sit at the table. If there's no table, we need to create our own table and be part of that conversation that needs to start from the very beginning when I have two girls, for example, so I'd like to think of having had that opportunity to have the two of them. I find that most the great work that I have done with them to date, I could say that I made them think that they're always valued, no matter where they are. So sitting at the table or creating your own table, and the way the history has brought up to where we are today is something remarkable. But there's more work to be done, and I'm looking forward to more women to be part of women presidents. Here in the United States, it's necessary. We've done that in other parts of the world, but that's one of the things that we're missing. So girls can learn that they can also be leaders of countries, major countries, powerful countries like our country here.
Thank you. I do have one more question.
Yes.
So I just realized that You have come to the center multiple times, so you are familiar with us, starting as a program alumni
Yeah.
and through our conversations. So what do you see in the future as a connection to CCL?
For myself, yeah. For myself, I see a lot of connection because what I see in CCL, the value proposition of CCL, is really something that is a hidden treasure, a place where one could find so much learning, so much research, and so many collaborative effort that could be created from just my visit here. And so I think each organization that has challenges with leadership and opportunities and learning some of the important things that really matter in their course of business or course of learning is definitely found here at CCL. I'm looking forward to an engaged partnership where I would learn from you and you would learn from me, and also the people that I have been impacting, which is obviously the girls and the women that I work with.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate having you here.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Thank you. I look forward to more of these engaged conversations.